Thank you very much. Thank you very much, colleagues from the media. We just wanted to react to a statement, or if you like, to the breaking in at Mr. Edgar Lungu's home I think that happened yesterday, according to the information that we've gotten from the media. But on the other part, we are interested, colleagues from the media, to react to statements that our colleagues in the opposition yesterday issued. I think we shall not keep quiet, because we are in a process where these colleagues have failed to heal. And to us, we feel the people of Zambia must be given the full dossier of information henceforth to move forward. I think that one is very important, colleagues from the media. And we felt it was important for us to have a short briefing just to react, not necessarily, colleagues from the media, to react to what happened yesterday, but to react to the politicking that Racheal Nakachinda and Mr. Mwila yesterday had. I think to us, we feel that was not necessary, colleagues, and we feel it's time for us to start working, and we need to work, But to see, Mr. Nakachinda rush again to the residence of Mr. Lungu, to offer, I don't know if it is called solidarity, or to offer a statement accusing the UPND, and its president of knowing what is happening. I think that is so sad, colleagues from the media, and we felt we needed to give the people of Zambia a bit of its history, and we want to make it very clear, colleagues, that such happenings in the country are not happening for the first time. They are not happening, colleagues from the media, for the first time. Why are we saying so? It's as simple as drinking water. I think all of us, even the people that are following us now, may be aware, colleagues, may be aware that this the break-in that happened yesterday, it has not, or it is not the first time that we are seeing a resident of a former head of state, being broken in by unknown criminals. And we never heard, the MMD, issuing a statement to say it is the PF behind the breaking in, because the MMD, behaved maturely. I think that is known. I think that is evident enough for you to know that we all recall that the resident of the former head of state, Mr. Rupia Banda, Bwezani Banda, in New Kasama also, had a similar experience, colleagues from the media. A similar experience happened there. There were some break-in. Obviously, if you may recall very well, it happened twice. The first time, thieves went in, they got away with a power backup, an inverter, a very big one for that matter, very expensive. The second one, if you may recall, colleagues from the media, the second one, we saw a water pump being taken away again from the residence of President Ban by then. But we never saw anyone from the MMD rushing Kunyo Kasama to go and issue a statement that, no, it is President Sata or President Lungu who is doing this here. No. That is how the MMD accepted that they have left office and they have to move on. As simple as that. It's as simple as drinking water. That is what we saw in the past. Not just as if that was not enough. As if that was not enough, colleagues from the media. The office of the former head of state, by then, may so rest in peace, President Banda, also, thieves invaded in the office and went away with televisions. And the office was heavily guarded. We saw that. We never saw the MMD trekking to that office to go and issue a malicious statement the way we saw it yesterday from our colleagues in the opposition, Racheal Nakachinda, who they are calling a spokesperson. Perhaps, colleagues, you may be interested to know that it is very important for the people of Zambia to realize that these colleagues have continued to seek what we are calling public sympathy. But if we have public sympathy, they are looking for public sympathy because they know that the people of Zambia have moved on. They know that the people of Zambia now are in the safe hands. Now, they have got nothing to talk about completely. Because the UPND government, every single day. They are doing all they can to ensure that the lives of the people of Zambia are bettered for the better. According to the accusation by Mr. Nakachinda, he claims the former head of state is not safe. He says, HH, your brother, is not safe. You will laugh. Where were you when HH was taken to Mukobeko for 127 days? Do you think he was safe? On trumped up charges. Mr. Lungu is even safe because he's at his home. He's enjoying, he's able to fly out. Because he even mentioned to say Mr. Lungu is not in the country. But it was Mr. Lungu, just to give the people of Zambia a bit of history, what has been happening. These guys have forgotten that when Mr. Lungu was Minister of Home Affairs, immediately the MMD left office. What did they do? They sent a diplomatic passport for the late Mr. Bang. And RB was blocked from the airport when he wanted to go and seek medical attention. That is there. We still remember what used to happen, colleagues from the media. They never gave the former head of state the freedom to even seek medical attention anywhere in the world. Mr. Lungu was Minister of Home Affairs by then, under the leadership of Michael Chilubesa. May so listen, please. What did we see? RB blocked from the airport. You couldn't travel. His passport was taken away from him. His immunity was scrubbed off by the PF. Today, the UPND and its president, they are saying, let us allow the former head of state to retire peacefully. And then his people that he left, who tested off his colleagues from the media, we need to be very clear that we needed to understand who Racheal Nakachinda is by today. The moment you understand, then you better know why the man continues to behave like that. You better know why the man continues to waffle each and every day. Racheal Nakachinda, coming from the MMD, what did he do? After talking so much, people benefit from talking. He was brought in the PF few days, if not 1 month before elections last year. This time, colleagues from the media, Racheal Nakachinda was Minister of Water last year this time. Just 1 month of being in office, government changed. If I'm not mistaken. Now imagine the bitterness of a man who gets paid once as cabinet minister, nominated in parliament. What do you expect? You expect him to behave like someone who has been possessed with dramatic demons. But to us, we don't feel like it's time to be politicking today because the people of Zambia gave us a mandate. And the mandate that we have, colleagues from the media now, is to ensure that we deliver to the expectations of the people of Zambia. They gave us a mandate and we are working within our mandate as UPND. This is just a simple description of who Racheal Nakachinda is. You've known him now. A man who tested power for 1 month. A man who sat in a free house, free vehicle, free talk time for 1 month. Then the system changes you expect such bitterness, but not to an extent of politicking a break-in. And he described it as a first time. And we are saying it's not the first time. This happened even in their regime. RB experienced this thing. So there is no first time here. But perhaps you may want to hear this. But I'll tell you to say, your guest colleagues that are following is as good as my guess. That the people that we may be suspecting today of invading Mr. Lungu's house are the same people who were in the markets by then. They were called commandos, one Americano, collecting free money from the people of Zambia. And today they are unable to collect that money. What do? Anyone who is summoned, they want to follow. That house is a private property. Is a private property, colleagues, that Mr. Lungu is staying in today. But look at the numbers of cadres that flock in there in the name of offering what they are calling solidarity. Look at the number. What solidarity are you giving? There is no solidarity here. No one is arresting Mr. Lungu anywhere here. Janzi solidarity no more. We are calling it seeking public sympathy. Colleagues from the media, my guess is as good as a lot of Zambians now that are guessing that those who are going in the name of offering solidarity, they are the people that are stealing. They are the people that may have invaded in that house. We're just suspecting. Because it's them that know what is in the house. It is them that understand what is in that house. Imagine a commoner from Kanyama, where I'm coming from, just flocks from Kanyama to Ibex to go and invade in a house. No. Kawahalala, a thief who comes to steal in your house may have visited you once or twice. That's what we know. So we want to suspect that is the area of interest now, colleagues from the media. That is the area of interest now, and we are saying, leave the old man alone. Leave the old man alone. Allow Mr. Lungu to retire in peace. Allow him to retire in peace. Flocking to his residence, you are just sending more thieves there because you don't know who is genuine. You don't know who is genuine. Like I've said to say, a thief who comes to steal in your house, that they might have visited you and they understand to say, they know how to enter your house. A thief will not just come from nowhere. The guys who have continued to claim that they are offering solidarity, they are stealing from Mr. Lungu. That is all. They are stealing from Mr. Edgar Lungu. And we are challenging Racheal Nakachinda and Mr. Mwila to stop. Let them stop involving Mr. Lungu in their petty politics. The man is occupying the office of the 60th Republican president. And that alone to us in the UPND, we want a situation, colleagues from the media, where myself, coming from the UPND, I'm able to visit Mr. Lungu for counsel, political counsel. Because now he's non-partisan. Now he's a man, he's a statesman, if you want to call it. But now, how do we visit Mr. Lungu? Won't we be attacked? When PF cadres are still flocking there in the name of offering solidarity. Yashani solidarity mlepera hiyo. Yashani. That is total inviting criminals to his home. That's a private home. We want to advise the colleagues in the patriotic line to utilize their party secretariat. They have got a party secretariat. So if they have got anything to do, if they have any function that involves active politics, let them go to their party secretariat, colleagues from the media. That's better. That is better off if you ask Beene. Let them use the office of the PF president. There is a secretariat there. Why should they continue invading in Mr. Lungu's house in the name of offering sympathy? we want to assume, we want to suspect they are after his retirement package. They are after his retirement package. Leave Mr. Lungu alone. This is the headline. Leave him alone. Allow him to retire in peace. Let the statesman take his break. He saved this country. We appreciate. He did his job. We have taken over. It is continuity. Why should we see a situation where people now are finding it a pressure every time they've got no meal in their home? They go there in the name of sympathy. It must not be a pressure anymore. Now, if you want to know, I will tell you that these political prostitutes that jumped from political one, they've been in all these political parties. Now, since they cannot jump to the UPND, they are after his retirement package. Leave the man to enjoy his package with his family alone. Please, leave him. The moment he enjoys his retirement package alone, the better. We are tired of seeing, colleagues, we are tired of seeing a situation where when Racheal Nakachinda has got no fuel, he has to go and visit Mr. Lungu in the name of solidarity. We don't want such things. We don't want such things. But now, you may wish to know that this whole thing that has happened, it is as a result of number one thing. Racheal Nakachinda now has got nothing to talk about because UPND has continued to deliver each and every day. So what does he do? He does not leave anything for anything. Any opportunity that Racheal gets, colleagues from the media today, he wants to utilize it to gain political mileage. Anything that Davis Mwila now sees, he has to benefit from it. But now, we want to tell these colleagues from the Patriotic Front, after we've warned them to leave the statesman alone, to retire peacefully, we want also to tell them that, colleagues, the people of Zambia, even those that voted for you, the 1.8, have crossed camp after their relatives were recruited without connection. They have crossed camp after their relatives who couldn't afford to take their children to school, today their relatives would take their kids to school. Because you used to lie to them to say, is it happening? It's not happening. Those were tribal remarks that colleagues offered, which today we've proved very wrong. But today now, we want to categorically tell these colleagues from the PF to say, if you thought the people of Zambia will sympathize with your statements that you issued yesterday, the people of Zambia now are looking at the nickel mine that is going to open in Northwestern. They are looking at the nurses who are going in the service now, the teachers, the soldiers that we are going to recruit very soon, the census guys who are going in the field to make money. Money that is going into circulation, not in Beene Hachombwa's pocket. That is the focus now of the people of Zambia, because the people of Zambia now, they don't have the time to be sympathizing with, this one was attacked. You are the same people who went to steal there, so that you seek the public attention, which the people of Zambia now are saying they will not give it to you, because they've concentrated on ensuring that we give it to the many Zambians that voted for us, the many developmental agendas that we are seeing. After after the bus fares have gone down, they've got nothing to talk about. They can't have a press conference and congratulate. Imagine if fuel had gone up. This whole scam was not going to happen. What would have seen is a press conference now, disgrading us. But now we've scored. Fuel has gone down. Basic economics will tell you to say we're expecting that the cost of doing business now goes down. The cost of meal and etc., cost of living should be tracking off bit by bit, after being constant for some time. That is pure economy. So they don't want to talk about this now. They want us to concentrate on the same things that they were doing. If they steal money, they'll bring gas in. If they do this, they'll bring this. Today, we are saying we shall not divert the attention, the pure attention of looking at the many jobs that the UPND has created in a simple 1 year that they failed to do in the whole 10 years of them being in office. Racheal, you've heard. We have told you that Zambians are busy. They are minding their business today. I want to end, colleagues, with also responding to my very good elder brother, Emmanuel Mwamba, who was talking about the UPND government putting up the office of the 60th Republican president. I think him being a former diplomat, we know that he was eyeing obvious again for a job, but we want to tell him to say the UPND is not lack of manpower. There are so many educated colleagues that can save where he saved diligently. After he's seen that we've not paid attention to him, he thinks criticizing even the good things and the goodwill is the way to go. I want to categorically remind Mr. Mwamba that the office that he wants is already existing. The office of the 60th Republican president is already existing. Maybe he doesn't know where it is. We tell him he can find it in Kablonga on Bishop Road. Because that is the thing that he was talking about, to say, no, the UPND didn't want to put the office of the 60th Republican president because they want to scratch off his retirement package, this and this. His retirement package can go only if the man continues to be in active politics. Contradicting the Constitution. Contradicting the Constitution. If he wants to remain in active politics, then he is not supposed to occupy the office of the 60th Republican president. We treat him as an opposition leader. But since now the man, to my eyes, he wants to sit, retire, he's realized to say, like the president said, we've moved on, and the people of Zambia have moved on. After the UPND, the people of Zambia will not bring again the PF. They will bring up another political party after we have delivered and we've saved them diligently. There is no coming back anywhere, because the Zambian people have a history of not getting back to their ex-boyfriends, and the PF are the ex-boyfriends. Even when today they are telling you to say, we've repented, they have not repented. They are broke because we've crossed all the loopholes that they were stealing money. They have not repented. If David Sharma is saying they've repented after what? Let him get baptized and form a church. To us now, the Patriotic Front must consider, dissolving their political party and forming a cooperative so that we empower it with the CDF. Not rebranding, because you can't rebrand with the same people who are killing Zambians. You can't rebrand. You can't rebrand, colleagues from the media, with the same people who bought fire tenders at $1 million one. Where are they? Feared Bindamka. Wastage of taxpayers' money. We can't rebrand with the same people, colleagues from the media, who went on and ensured that they went to single source top star for a digital migration deal at a very expensive figure when the Zambians wanted to do it at a better fee. We can't rebrand. So there's no rebranding anywhere. And if you think you've repented, can you go to God and apologize before God because you sinned against Christ? After you apologize, God will forgive you. When he forgives you, then can you go to church now and concentrate on the relationship between you and Jesus Christ, not saving the people of Zambia, because the people of Zambia do not want to be saved by thugs. The people of Zambia do not want to be saved by thieves. when I talk about thieves, colleagues from the media, because our children in Polo Council, in Vobu, in Lundazi and other parts of the country could not go to school because somebody was saying a 2 million is nothing but for shopping. So can the people of Zambia rebrand with such a person? Please, sir. There's nothing like that. Thank you very much for listening to me.